Hello everyone, welcome to all of you in FFB live chemistry class. Now today's topic of your class is chemistry of hydrogen. इससे पहले जो तुम लोगों का क्लास हुआ था उसमें हमने हाइड्रोजन के बारे में बताया था। हाइड्रोजन के आइसोटॉप्स, हैवी हाइड्रोजन, ट्राइटियम, उसके अलावा केमिकल रिएक्शंस ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, प्रिपरेशन ऑफ डाईहाइड्रोजन, न्यूक्लियर फॉर्म ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, ये सारी चीज़ें हम पिछले क्लास में बता चुके हैं। तो आज का जो क्लास है वो कंपाउंड्स ऑफ हाइड्रोजन से शुरू हो रहा है। तो सबसे पहले हम वाटर लेंगे। दिस इज द ऑक्साइड ऑफ हाइड्रोजन। तो कंप्लीट केमिस्ट्री ऑफ वाटर आज की क्लास में हम डिस्कस करेंगे। Yes, now be ready. So today's topic of your class is chemistry of water. Water, you know, all of you know water formula has a H2O. This is oxide of hydrogen. Water is one of the most plentiful and readily available of all chemicals. Almost three-fourths of the Earth's surface is covered with water. It is essential to life. Two-thirds of the human body is water. It has a special importance to a chemist because of its ability to dissolve so many other substances. As a result, water serves as a medium in which a great variety of chemical reactions occurs. Although it is most often perceived as a liquid at normal atmospheric pressure, water exists as a solid below 0 degree centigrade and as a gas above 100 degree centigrade. The term ice and steam are used to describe the solid and gaseous state of water. Gaseous state of water is steam and solid state of water is ice. So water exists in three forms: liquid, gas and water. Liquid, gas and solid. Now first, sources of water. Water occurs in the following natural forms. First is rainwater. It is the purest of natural waters. Usually, the first few showers of rain are not very pure as it absorbs atmospheric gases, but afterwards, the rainwater can be quite pure. Rainwater is an industrial town is likely to contain traces of sulfur dioxide. Second source is seawater. It is an impure water. It contains about 3.5% of dissolved substance, out of which 2.5% is sodium chloride. This water is not fit for drinking. Third is surface water. These include streams, rivers, and lakes and are the most important sources of water for all purpose. They contain many soluble impurities. Surface water also carries insoluble substance in suspension. Near cities, this water is contaminated with refuse of sewage. The estimated world water supply is given here. Ocean, saline lakes, and inland seas contains 97.338% water, and polar ice and glaciers contains 2.0% of total water. Groundwater contains 0.61%, lakes 0.009%, soil moisture 0.005%, water vapors in atmosphere 0.001%, and rivers contains 0.0001%. The purification of water needed for drinking purpose is town and cities requires two major operations: removal of the suspended impurities and destroying the bacteria. The removal of substance suspended material is achieved by filtration through large filters beds made of layers of sand and gravel. The addition of aluminium sulfate helps in the coagulation of colloidal particles. Various methods are used for destroying bacteria such as aeration, chlorination, ozonization, etc. Now, properties of pure water. Physical properties: pure water is a colorless, tasteless, and waterless. It gives bluish range in thick layers. It freezes at 0 degrees centigrade and boils at 100 degrees centigrade. Its maximum density is 1 gram per cube at 4 degrees centigrade. It is a polar molecule and has V-shaped structure. The bond angle is 104.5 degree. It has a high dielectric constant. The polar character of water makes it an excellent solvent for polar and ionic substance. It is a poor conductor of electricity. It has a tendency to associate. It exists in the liquid state not as single H2O molecule but as associated molecules through hydrogen bonding. The existence of hydrogen bonding is responsible for high value of specific heat, the latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization. Now here physical constant of water. Melting point in Kelvin 273, any 0 degree centigrade. Boiling point 373, any 100 degree centigrade. Enthalpy of formation 0.85.9 kilojoule per mole. Enthalpy of fusion 6.01. Enthalpy of vaporization 40.06. Viscosity in centipoise 0.89. Dielectric constant is has a higher value 78.39, density 1, and temperature of maximum density 276.98 in 4 degrees centigrade. Now, chemical properties of water. Water is neutral in nature. pH of the pure water is 7. It is a weak electrolyte and feebly ionized into H plus, any hydrogen ion, and hydroxyl ion, H2O. This is hydrogen ion, this is hydroxyl ion. ये आयनाइज हो जाता है, दो तरह के आयन देता है. In pure water, H plus is equal to O minus, that is 10 to the power minus 7 at 25 degree centigrade. Water behaves as an amphoteric substance, that is, it acts as an acid as well as a base. It acts as an acid with NH3 and a base with H2S. H2O reacts with NH3 to form acid, NH4 plus ammonium ion plus OH minus base. And as a base, H2O reacts with H2S, this is acid, form hydronium ion H3O plus plus HS minus base. तो सेम फॉर्मूला जैसे OH माइनस उसी तरह से ये SH माइनस बेस होता है. द ऑटो प्रोटोलिसिस ऑफ वाटर ऑकर्स एज फॉलोज: H2S, H2O, H2O आपस में ही रिएक्शन करके हाइड्रोनियम आयन प्लस हाइड्रोक्सिल आयन बनाते हैं. It reacts with active metals and evolve hydrogen. The reaction is exothermic in case of alkali and alkaline earth metal. It reacts with sodium. In alkali metal, it reacts with alkaline earth metal to form sodium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide and evolved hydrogen. It is decomposed by metals like zinc, magnesium, iron, etc. When steam is passed over hot metals, then hydrogen is liberated. Now, zinc is converted in zinc oxide and iron is converted in ferric oxide. Like this, Mg, magnesium reacts with water to form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen is liberated. Lead and copper decompose water only at a white heat. Ag, Au, Hg and Pt metals do not decompose water. Now reaction with non-metals. Fluorine decomposes cold water. Fluorine reacts with cold water to form 2H2F2 plus O2. Ionized, this is no, and in excess it reacts with further reacts with to form ओजोन तो ऑक्सीजन के साथ ओजोन भी प्रोड्यूस होती है जब फ्लोरीन के साथ रिएक्शन होता है तो ये कहलाती है ओजोनाइड ऑक्सीजन जिसमें दोनों का मिक्सचर प्रोड्यूस होता है जब वाटर का रिएक्शन फ्लोरीन से होता है नाउ क्लोरीन डिकम्पोज कोल्ड वाटर फॉर्मिंग HCl and HClO. HClO is a hypochlorous acid. It reacts chlorine in water reacts with chlorine to form HCl and hypochlorous acid. However, in presence of sunlight only, HCl is formed with liberation of oxygen. Sunlight के presence में HCl बनता है और हाइड्रोजन लिबरेट होती है. When steam is passed over red hot coke, the temperature is 1000 degrees centigrade. Water gas is formed. Steam is passed over red hot coke. This is coke. Water and temperature 1000 degrees centigrade. Then CO, mixture of CO plus any carbon monoxide plus hydrogen is formed, which is known as water gas. Now action on non-metallic oxide. Acidic oxides combine with water to form acids. It is carbon dioxide reacts with water to form carbonic acid. Sulfur dioxide reacts with water to form sulfurous acid. Sulfur trioxide is react with water to form sulfuric acid. Like this, phosphorus pentoxide reacts with water to form orthophosphoric acid. Nitrogen pentoxide reacts with water to form nitric acid and chlorate ion Cl2O7 plus H2O reacts, though this H2O reacts with chlorate ion forms perchloric acid. Now action of metallic oxide. Metallic oxide like Na2O, calcium oxide, sodium oxide. Basic oxides combines with water to form alkalis. Reacts Na2O reacts with water to form sodium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide reacts with water to form calcium hydroxide. This is known as lime water. Now action on hydrides, carbides, nitride, phosphides. Water decomposes these compounds with liberation of hydrogen, acetylene, ammonia, phosphine, respectively. See one by one reaction. Calcium hydride reacts with water to liberate hydrogen and form calcium hydroxide. Calcium carbide reacts with water to form calcium hydroxide and acetylene. C2H2 is acetylene. Aluminium carbide reacts with water to form aluminum hydroxide and liberate methane. Magnesium nitride reacts with water to form magnesium hydroxide and liberate ammonia. And calcium phosphide reacts with water to form calcium hydroxide and phosphine. pH3 is a phosphine. Now hydrolysis. Many salt, especially the salt of strong base, with weak acid, weak base with strong acid, and weak base with weak acid undergo hydrolysis with water. That is strong base and weak acid salt है ये sodium acetate reacts with water to form acetic acid and sodium hydroxide. तो इससे weak acid बन रहा है और ये strong base यानी स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस का जब सॉल्ट है इस वीक एसिड के साथ उसके साथ जब रिएक्शन होता है तो स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस और वीक एसिड बनता है। उसी तरह अमोनियम एसीटेट रिएक्ट्स विथ वाटर टू फॉर्म एसिटिक एसिड एंड अमोनियम हाइड्रोक्साइड। फेरस सल्फेट reacts with water to form ferrous hydroxide and sulfuric acid. Some salt on hydrolysis form oxy compounds. Like beryllium bismuth trichloride plus H2O, any bismuth chloride reacts with water to form bismuth oxychloride BiOCl plus HCl. And antimony trichloride reacts with water to form antimony oxychloride plus HCl. Now, halides of non-metals are decomposed by water. Phosphorus pentachloride reacts with water to form phosphoric acid plus HCl. Two acids are formed. Phosphorus trichloride reacts with water to form phosphorus acid and HCl. Sulfonyl chloride reacts with water to form sulfuric acid and HCl. Silicon tetrachloride reacts with water to form sil- sil- hydrogen silicate plus HCl. Now decomposition. Water containing either alkali or acid when it electrolyzed gets decomposed into H2 and O2. Water decomposes into H2 and O2. When water containing either alkali or acid when electrolyte gets decomposed into H2 and O2 reaction is here. When heated at 25 degrees centigrade, it breaks up into hydrogen and oxygen to a small extent. Thus, water is quite stable. It has high heat of formation. Now, water of crystallization. It combined with many salts during crystallization to form hydrate like copper sulfate. ये क्या होता है कंबाइन हो जाता है फाइव वाटर मॉलिक्यूल कॉपर सल्फेट के साथ कंबाइन होके एक क्रिस्टल बनाते हैं तो ये प्रोसेस क्रिस्टलाइजेशन कहलाता है और ये हाइड्रेट कहलाते हैं कंपाउंड। इसी तरह मैग्नीशियम सल्फेट से 7H2O मॉलिक्यूल कंबाइंड है तो ये हाइड्रेटेड मैग्नीशियम सल्फेट, इसी तरह ये हाइड्रेटेड फेरस सल्फेट। The water present in the hydrates is called water of hydration or water of crystallization. The hydrates can be classified into the following three categories. First, water molecules are coordinated to the central metal ion to form complex ion. For example, in chromic chloride hexahydrate, the six water molecules are linked टू द सेंट्रल मेटल। ये सिक्स वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं जो सेंट्रल मेटल एटम क्रोमियम के साथ लिंक्ड है और इस तरह का कंपाउंड कहलाता है कॉम्प्लेक्स कंपाउंड। The second type, the water molecules are linked to some oxygen containing anions by hydrogen bonding. For example, hydrated copper sulfate. Four H2O molecules are coordinated to the central copper ion, while the fifth H2O molecule is linked to sulfate ion by hydrogen bonding. Water molecules are third point is water molecules are present in interstitial site or voids in the crystal lattice. For example, in barium chloride dihydrate, that is barium chloride 2H2O, the two water molecules occupy the voids in the crystal lattice. Now, water as a catalyst. Water acts as a catalyst in many reactions. Perfectly dry gases generally do not react, but the presence of moisture brings the chemical change. Ammonia and hydrochloric acid gas combine only in the presence of moisture. Now, test of water. A drop of water when added A drop of water when added to anhydrous copper sulfate changes its colors from white to blue. This is the test of water. Water reacts with calcium carbide to evolve acetylene, which burns with bright flame. Now structure of molecules, जिसके बारे में जो केमिकल बॉन्डिंग पढ़ा था, हाइब्रिडाइजेशन, वैलेंट बॉन्ड थ्योरी, तो स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल वाटर मॉलिक्यूल बताया था. Oxygen atom in water molecule is sp3 hybridized, 4 hybrid orbitals directed toward the corner of a tetrahedral are formed. Two of the hybrid orbitals having one electron each overlap with two hydrogen atoms and form two sigma bond like this. Hybridization इस तरह से होता है, sp3 hybridization, और स्ट्रक्चर जो है वाटर मॉलिक्यूल का इस तरह से होता है. Thus the molecule has bent structure with a bond angle of 104.5 degree. The bond angle is less than the expected angle. When ice melts, a large number of hydrogen bonds are broken. The molecules move into the holes or open space and come closer to each other. This results in a sharp increase in density. Thus, ice has lower density than water and there is contraction in volume. The contraction continues from 0 degree to 4 degree centigrade as the hydrogen bonds are broken progressively. The density of water is maximum at 4 degrees centigrade. This property of water is very helpful in aquatic life. In extreme cold condition, the upper layer of the sea or lake freezes. The ice layer being lighter than water does not sink, and thereby the sea animals or lake animals can live safely in water under such condition. इस तरह से वाटर मॉलिक्यूल हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग से जुड़े रहते हैं. एक वाटर मॉलिक्यूल का हाइड्रोजन दूसरे वाटर मॉलिक्यूल के हाइड्रोजन ऑक्सीजन से इस तरह से हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड बनाता है. और हाई मेल्टिंग पॉइंट होने का रीज़न भी यही होता है कि इनके मॉलिक्यूल्स के बीच हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग होती है. इस तरह से वाटर का स्ट्रक्चर देखा जाए तो इस तरह से हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग से वाटर के मॉलिक्यूल आपस में जुड़े होते हैं. टेट्राहेड्रल अरेंजमेंट ऑफ ऑक्सीजन एटम इन आइस. तो आइस में इस तरह से जुड़े होते हैं सिस्टमेटिक तरीके से, क्योंकि ये सॉलिड स्टेट में आ जाता है. तो पहला स्ट्रक्चर जो दिखाया था वो तुम्हारा लिक्विड स्टेट का था, और दूसरा जो है ये सॉलिड स्टेट यानी आइस का स्ट्रक्चर. ना यूनिक प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ वाटर. H2O is known in liquid state under ordinary condition due to hydrogen bonding. The freezing point, boiling point, enthalpy of fusion, and enthalpy of vaporization of liquid H2O are lighter as compared to the hydrides of other members of the group 16 at ordinary atmospheric condition. The second is water has the capacity to dissolve a large number of compounds, especially ionic in nature. Few of the organic compounds such as carbohydrates, alcohols, etc. are dissociated in water. Thus, water is regarded as a universal solvent. Its dielectric constant is high. High dielectric constant and hydrogen bonding are responsible for its capacity to dissolve a large number of compounds. Now, water is neutral in nature, however, it has the ability to act as an acid as well as a base under suitable conditions. That is, it behaves as an amphoteric substance. H2O एसिड की तरह भी बिहेव करता है, बेस की तरह रिएक्ट करके एसिड यानी हाइड्रोक्सिल बनाता, हाइड्रोक्सिल आयन एंड हाइड्रोनियम आयन बनाता है. हाइड्रोनियम आयन एज ए एसिड बिहेव करता है, प्लस चार्ज है इस पे, और ये एज ए बेस. वाटर कैन एक्ट बोथ एज एन ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एंड रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट. Na से रिएक्शन करके ये इसको ऑक्सीडाइज कर देता है NaOH and hydrogen is liberated. Like this, fluorine reacts with water to form hydrogen fluoride, SH2. And now very important thing, hard and soft water. If water is said to be soft if it's produced sufficient lather with soap, and if water is described as being hard if it is forms an insoluble scum before it forms lather with soap. The hardness of natural water is generally caused by the presence of bicarbonates and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. But in fact, all soluble salts that form a scum with soap causes hardness. तो जब कैल्शियम और मैग्नीशियम साल्ट प्रेजेंट होंगे तो सोप के साथ ये जो एनायन ऑफ सोप्स होते हैं उनके साथ ही कैल्शियम और मैग्नीशियम के इनसॉल्युबल प्रेसिपिटेट बना लेते हैं जो कि हार्डनेस के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होते हैं. Now soap will not produce leather with water until all the calcium and magnesium ions have been precipitated. Hard water thus was waste soap. Hardness of water is of two types, temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Temporary hardness is due to the presence of bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. Rainwater dissolves a small quantity of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, forming a very dilute solution of carbonic acid. This water attacks calcium and magnesium carbonates in any rocks over which it flows, and the soluble hydrogen carbonates or bicarbonates are formed. तो जो वाटर फ्लो के आते रहते हैं तो ये कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड और कार्बन का जो रॉक वगैरह में प्रेजेंट होता है कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट उससे रिएक्शन करके कैल्शियम बाइकार्बोनेट बना लेता है. नाउ टेम्परेरी हार्डनेस इन वाटर इज इजीली रिमूव्ड बाय बॉइलिंग as a bicarbonate decompose readily and the insoluble carbonates are precipitated. However, the soluble magnesium bicarbonate is converted into insoluble magnesium hydroxide as it has high solubility product as compared to मैग्नीशियम कार्बोनेट. तो इस तरह से ये बॉयल करने पे कैल्शियम बाइकार्बोनेट इनसॉल्युबल कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट में बदल जाता है जिसको अलग कर दे जो नीचे बैठ जाता है. उसके अलावा प्योर वाटर और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बाहर हो जाती है. इसी तरह मैग्नीशियम कार्बोनेट अगर प्रेजेंट है वाटर में तो बॉयल करने पे इनसॉल्युबल मैग्नीशियम कार्बोनेट बन जाता है और प्योर वाटर हमें मिलता है. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बाहर हो जाती है. मैग्नीशियम बाइकार्बोनेट बॉयल करने पे इनसॉल्युबल मैग्नीशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड में भी कन्वर्ट हो जाता है और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड अलग हो जाती है. The temporary hardness can also be removed by the Clark's process which involves the addition of slag lime calcium hydroxide. तो कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड से कैल्शियम बाइकार्बोनेट का रिएक्शन होता है तो इनसॉल्युबल कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट बन जाता है जिसे अलग कर देते हैं और प्योर वाटर हमें मिल जाता है. इसी तरह मैग्नीशियम बाइकार्बोनेट से कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड रिएक्शन करके इनसॉल्युबल कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट एंड इनसॉल्युबल मैग्नीशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड बना लेता है और प्योर वाटर अलग हो जाता है. It is essential to add only the calculated amount of calcium hydroxide because excess will cause artificial hardness. Now, second type of hardness is permanent hardness. Permanent hardness is introduced when water passes over rocks containing the sulfates or chlorides of both calcium and magnesium. This type of hardness cannot be removed by boiling or by the addition of slag lime. Many substances are used for the removal of this type of hardness. The substance used to remove the hardness of water are known as water softener. The various water softener are washing soda. It removes both the temporary and permanent hardness by converting soluble calcium and magnesium compounds into insoluble carbonates. तो वॉशिंग सोडा जैसे सोडियम कार्बोनेट मिलाया जाता है हार्ड वाटर में, तो ये कैल्शियम क्लोराइड सल्फेट जो प्रेजेंट है इनसे रिएक्शन करके इनको इनसॉल्युबल कार्बोनेट में कन्वर्ट कर देते हैं। और ये क्या होते हैं, ये सॉल्युबल होते हैं जिनको इवोपरेट करके अलग कर दिया जाता है, और ये जो है हार्डनेस प्रोड्यूस नहीं करते। तो इस तरह से ये कार्बोनेट और सल्फेट अलग हो गया, NaCl और कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट अलग हो जाता है सोडियम कार्बोनेट से रिएक्शन करके, और कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट इनसॉल्युबल जबकि ये सॉल्युबल होता है ये अलग हो जाता है। In place of sodium carbonate, caustic soda और sodium phosphate can also be used. तो मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड के साथ रिएक्शन करके insoluble मैग्नीशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड बन जाता है, और इस तरह से ये सारे सॉल्युबल होते हैं वाटर में, और ये वाटर के साथ अलग हो जाते हैं, और जो 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 परमानेंट हार्डनेस प्रोड्यूस करने वाले सब्सटेंस है वो प्रेसिपिटेट बना के अलग हो जाते हैं। इसी तरह सोडियम फॉस्फेट रिएक्शन करता है तो मैग्नीशियम सल्फेट से रिएक्शन करके इनसॉल्युबल मैग्नीशियम फॉस्फेट बना लेता है और हार्डनेस रिमूव हो जाती है। तीसरे तरह का सॉफ्ट जो हार्डनेस दूर करने का सब्सटेंस है वो है परम्यूट। Permuted is the technical name given to certain hydrated silicates of aluminum and sodium. It is obtained by fusing sodium carbonate, china clay, silica, or quartz. The product is washed with water to remove soluble portion. The remaining crystalline mass, that is sodium aluminum silicate, is technically called as permutate. This compound is called permutate. The sodium ions of permutate are exchanged with calcium and magnesium ion when hard water is passed through it. इस तरह से जब हार्ड वाटर को इस तरह से पास करते हैं तो जो वाटर में कैल्शियम प्रेजेंट होता है वो इसमें जुड़ जाता है, और सोडियम जो कि हार्मफुल नहीं होता, जो कि हार्डनेस प्रोड्यूस नहीं करता, वो वाटर में चला जाता है। वाटर का कैल्शियम यहाँ पे एक्सपेंस हो जाता है। इसको आयन एक्सचेंज मेथड भी कहते हैं। इसी तरह मैग्नीशियम जब वाटर को इसके ऊपर से फ्लो कराया जाता है तो सोडियम इसका वाटर में आ जाता है और मैग्नीशियम साल्ट इसके साथ साल्ट बना लेता है और अलग हो जाता है। These ion can be re-exchanged by treating it with brine NaCl solution. NaCl solution के साथ इसको ट्रीट करते हैं तो ये कैल्शियम क्लोराइड अलग हो जाता है और ये कंपाउंड हमको फिर से मिल जाता है। The permuted is loosely packed in a big tank over a layer of coarse sand. Hard water is introduced into the tank from the top. Water reaches the bottom of the tank and then slowly rises through the permuted layer in the tank. The cations of the salts are exchanged for sodium ions, जैसा अभी रिएक्शन में देखा था। The softened water contains sodium salts. The permuted is regenerated by passing 1% solution of sodium chloride, जो सेकेंड रिएक्शन दिखाया यहाँ पे, through it after regular intervals. The soluble calcium and magnesium salt thus formed are removed. This is the tank. इसमें एक नीचे हार्ड वाटर है, सोडियम क्लोराइड सॉल्यूशन इंटर कर रहे हैं। यहाँ पे कोर्स सैंड है, हार्ड वाटर यहाँ पे है, ये परम्यूटेड यहाँ डाला जाता है, तो रिएक्शन होता है इसमें और सॉफ्ट वाटर हम यहाँ से निकाल लेते हैं, जबकि वेस्ट इधर से बाहर चला जाता है। दिस इज परम्यूटेड प्रोसेस फॉर सॉफ्टनिंग ऑफ हार्ड वाटर। It is an efficient and cheap method for the removal of both temporary and permanent hardness. The third is Calgon, the complex salt of metaphosphoric acid, sodium hexametaphosphate, NaPO3 is known as colgan. So colgan is the NaPO3. This is known as sodium hexametaphosphate. It is represented as Na2, Na4, PO3 whole 6. Calcium and magnesium salt present in hard water react with calgon to give complex salt. इसको डाला जाता है पानी में तो सोडियम कैल्शियम और सोडियम जो प्रेजेंट है इसमें ये इसके साथ कॉम्प्लेक्स सॉल्ट बना लेते हैं और सॉफ्ट वाटर में सोडियम सल्फेट और सोडियम सल्फेट दोनों ही रिएक्शन में आ जाता है. दिस मेथड इज स्पेशली यूज फॉर softening water for boiler use. Now, ion exchange resins. Ion exchange resins are the most popular water softener these days. These resins are synthetic substance. The cation exchanger consists of granular insoluble organic acid resins having giant molecules with SO3H or COOH groups, while the anion exchanger contains giant organic molecules with basic groups derived from amines. Ion exchange resins remove all soluble materials from water. The hard water the hard water is first passed through a bed of cation exchanger, which removes the cation like sodium, magnesium, calcium and other by exchanging with H plus ion. तो पूरा apparatus इसका ये है. इस तरह से इसमें ये तुम्हारा यहाँ पे है कैटायन एक्सचेंजर इसमें होता है, इसमें एनायन एक्सचेंजर और यहाँ पे ये कैल्शियम सोडियम सल्फेट क्लोराइड इम्प्योर वाटर इंटर करता है और ये डाइल्यूट एसिड फॉर रीजनरेशन इसमें भेजा जाता है. अब यहाँ पे ये होती है जो सॉफ्ट वाटर के कंपोनेंट है वाटर के साथ एक प्लस क्लोराइड सल्फेट ये यहाँ पे आ जाते हैं. यहाँ एनायन एक्सचेंज होता है. एल्कली फॉर रीजनरेशन इधर से इंट्रोड्यूस कराया जाता है. तो ये सारे रिएक्शन होने के बाद हमें प्योर वाटर यहाँ से मिलता है और वेस्ट जो होता है वो यहाँ से बाहर हो जाता है. तो पूरे apparatus का जो स्ट्रक्चर था वो था. रिएक्शन ये है द वाटर कमिंग फ्रॉम कैटायन एक्सचेंजर इज acidic on account of free hydrogen ion like this. This water is then passed through another bed containing anion exchanger. This exchanger जो दोनों एक साथ दिखाया anion एक तरफ cation exchanger था एक तरफ anion exchanger. This water is then passed through another bed containing anion exchanger. This exchanger removes anions like sulfate, chloride, nitrate by exchanging with. तो कैटायन एक्सचेंजर कैल्शियम को एक्सचेंज कर देता है, हाइड्रोजन आयन छोड़ देता है और जो एनायन एक्सचेंजर है इन सारे एनायंस को एब्जॉर्ब कर लेता है, एक्सचेंज कर देता है और इसमें कौन से आयन आ जाते हैं सॉल्युबल OH आयन. द OH आयन न्यूट्रलाइज द H प्लस आयन. तो यहाँ पहले रिएक्शन में प्रोड्यूस हुआ H प्लस आयन, दूसरे रिएक्शन में O प्लस आयन, दोनों एक दूसरे को न्यूट्रलाइज करके वाटर मॉलिक्यूल बनाते हैं. दिस प्रोसेस गिव्स डिस्टिल्ड वाटर and can be used in laboratory. This water is also called demineralized water or deionized water. Regeneration of resins. The cation exchanger is regenerated by treatment with moderately concentrated sulfuric acid. The reaction is here. Similarly, the anion exchanger is regenerated by treatment with NaOH solution. तो फिर से वही कंपाउंड में वापस मिल जाता है. These regenerated exchanger can be used over again and again. Now, disadvantage of hard water. In domestic use, water is required for cooking, bathing and washing of clothes, etc. in our daily life. Hardness up to 100 to 150 ppm in water is tolerable, but if the hardness is more than this, the water is not suitable for domestic use. Pulse and vegetables do not cook well in hard water. Hard water spoils the luster of utensils. Scales are formed on cooking vessels, which cause wastage of fuel and cleaning of the vessels become difficult. Hard water is not fit for bathing as it does not produce sufficient lather with soap. It makes the skin dry. Hard water is unfit for laundry purpose. There is considerable loss of soap due to formation of insoluble compounds. Yellow stains are formed on the cloths if iron salts are present in hard. Yellow stains are formed on the cloths if iron salts are present in hard water. In industrial use, industries like dyeing, tinting, textile, sugar, etc. required large quantities of water. Water containing iron and manganese salt is unfit for use in dyeing and printing textile because these produce insoluble liquid dyes. In boiler use, the water used producing steam. When hot water is used for production of steam in boiler, it presents three main difficulties. Formation of scales. It is the deposition of dissolved minerals in the form of crust within the boiler shell. The crust is hard and heat insulting. It makes insulating. It makes wastage of fuel. Sometimes the crust breaks at certain place which leads an accident. The corrosion magnesium chloride present in hard water gets hydrolyzed with formation of EHCl. This attacks the metal surface of the boiler and delivery short. Then is life. The foaming. It is the formation of bubbles on the surface of water. Now, corrosion is also affected by presence of dissolved gases like carbon dioxide, H2S, sulfur dioxide, etc. In hard water, corrosion can be prevented by the addition of suitable amount of alkalis like sodium hydroxide or sodium carbonate. Now, foaming, it is the formation of bubbles on surface of the water in the boiler. This occurs due to presence of suspended particles in water. It causes wastage of food. Now, degree of hardness. The degree of hardness is defined as the number of part of calcium carbonate or equivalent to various calcium and magnesium salt present in million parts of the water by this is expressed in ppm. एक एग्जाम्पल इसका देख लेते हैं. Find the degree of hardness of a sample of water containing 20 milligram of magnesium sulfate per kg. So 12 mg of magnesium sulfate is present in 10 to the power 3 gram of water. Then 10 to the power 6 gram of water contains 12,000 magnesium of magnesium sulfate. Then 120 gram magnesium sulfate is equal to 100 gram of magnesium calcium carbonate. So 12,000 magnesium of magnesium sulfate is 100 upon 120 into 12,000 upon 1,000, it is 10 gram calcium carbonate. Then the hardness of water is 10 ppm. तो बाकी के एग्जाम्पल हम बाद में इसको बताएंगे क्योंकि क्लास काफ़ी लंबा हो रहा है, तो हम इसको अब यहीं पे ख़त्म करते हैं. इनके एग्जाम्पल हम अलग से भेज देंगे, उसको तुम लोग देख लेना.